Hey, Al. I saw a video by this prominent YouTube short historian guy. He often does pretty big rants on historical topics, and I just have to say I'm surprised he didn't correct his wife when she was talking about how the victor writes the history is written by the victors. Because that's not exactly true. History is written by the people who live it. And it's just a matter of which histories get picked up. Now, sure, there is a definite trend that we notice that it is the victors. However, that's because our country tends to be the victors in war. However, even when we lose a war, it tends to be positive about us. Like, take the War of 1812. We didn't do so hot, yet we write the histories as though we won it. That's how many people have written it. Or take the Lost Cause myth in the South. History is written by those with the loudest megaphone in their regional area. Because Japan teaches the history of the Second World War very differently and tends to downplay their atrocities and upplay that of the United States. So it's a very much a regional centric and country specific that tends to focus on the greatness of that specific country and its history and downplays that of its enemy countries, etc. Or countries that it used to be enemies with. So I think this is a much more helpful tool from analyzing because it's not as simple as history is written by the victors. In truth, we all write our own histories. It's just that depending on where you live or if that history is local to your area, you might not be able to hear that much about it. It's very much more locality based than we tend to give it credit for, because different countries teach this exact same history very differently. And that's what needs to be really reiterated when people talk about how history is written by the victors. It's not. It's written by your local governments, or at least influenced by your local governments, etc. And that needs to be taken into account.